What's going on, guys? My name is Rumble Skrash. In today's video I'm going to be showcasing the quick team with versus Akainu. So actually, as I explained in some of my videos, I think as I mentioned in a lot of my videos, I'm actually out on holiday, so all these videos are pre-recorded. So I explained in some of my videos, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be before or after this one, so I will explain it. I got versus Akainu in my third multi on their debut banner, so I was actually really surprised to see that, because I had been having kind of bad luck with the Suko Fest of B2 Kaido and NL, so the PvP banner, but I was actually really glad to get him on the third multi, because I was actually only willing to do like 4 or maybe even 5, but as you can see, I do not have a lot of gems, and I do want to save all my gems now for the anniversary Luffy and the Shanks versus Whitebeard maybe, or maybe the Ace versus Ace and Sabo. I'm gonna have to think about it, but versus Akainu is actually a really strong unit for a quick team. Defense up level 3 and attack up level 5 for the quick units for the whole match, and then the first 20 seconds he will buff his own special city up and attack, so that's actually gonna be really nice. And if you check his cooldown, is actually really low for what he does, because he will deal 2 times attack, so massive damage in a large radial range, and then he will target strength enemies by an additional 1.5, and and if it's the first 40 seconds of the battle, he will actually target enemies in a large radial range for 30% HP reduction, and the health cut actually is before the damage, so that is accumulates to way more damage than if it were the other way around. So we're going to be mainly showcasing this variation, and we're just going to go up against anything that we can find, because I do think that this is one of the strongest teams that you can find right now in PvP. I uploaded a video of a side team beating side teams without talking about this versus Akainu, because I recorded this video earlier, so versus Akainu wasn't out, so I couldn't use him. But now that I can, I actually want to show that this team can actually beat side teams and stuff like that. And yeah, so I have seen that if you're going up against Sai, it's really good to use Corazon, because he will actually counter a little bit the debuffs that the enemy B3 law is giving you. But well, we might actually go up against the slasher team, just to show that it actually can go up against the slasher team. It's gonna be probably not even close, but yeah, just to show that I showed that the side team was beating a slasher, so might as well show that the quick team is beating slashers too. So as you can see, very strong team, a lot of HP, and actually none of this HP buff is from the championship buffs, so that's actually impressive. So a lot of HP, a lot of early defense, but we might get more with the Tesoro, and then Queen will buff herself, himself, and yeah, so the slashers have almost nothing going for them. As you guys saw, the versus Akainu just dealt crazy damage to Oden and Law, and now with this defense down, when our Kaido activates, it will just be pretty much over at that point, because yeah, now they will get a Dofi, which will buff their defense, so it's a little bit annoying that that happened, because our Kaido will be dealing less damage, but still he will be dealing a lot. And yeah, you guys saw, and now we just need some other activation of Queen or something like that, and even Tesoro, and we are just okay. Well, I think he will kind of miss on a lot of units. Well, no, not really. So as you guys saw, like even if your units miss, the Kaido activates when they have like that on like period of time very short with the slashers, in which they Dofi might have activated, and they might still be over the first the 70-second mark, and they can get a lot of defense at that moment. Even if that something like that happens, you still are pretty okay, because here this is a lot of damage actually. And now we will get a special of PP Whitebeard probably. Our Kaido doesn't die here. Maybe now, let's see what unit does he target. Okay, he targets our PP Whitebeard, which was almost about to die, and we will get our own PP Whitebeard, which will kill these 2 units. We will have to tank the special of Dofi. Probably some of our units will die. Kaido doesn't, and now it's just over. So yeah, it was more close than I than I thought. But and at the end of the day, it's not the side team. It's not focused on debuffing slashers at all. So it's just how strong it is. Like, and this is how the meta has changed. Like, it's just if you have bad RNG, you still will get the win against slashers, and it's actually the best team of slashers with the one we went up against, the 8-man team with that new PvP law. Now in JP, that team with PvP law, so the 8-man slasher team, was actually dominating until the quick meta arrived, because now we got the Sai and the quick meta at the same time, and we got that PvP law at the same time. So the slashers didn't get to shine that last month with that 8-man team, but well, I mean, I'm glad they didn't, because we had already been for a long time with the slasher meta, so it's nice to get a little bit more of fresh air. So let's see if we can actually find some side teams. For example, a side team with Sure Hoshi here. I have been doing some tests, not a lot, because I'm actually recording this video like hours after having pulled versus Akainu, so I haven't been able to test those teams that much. But yeah, so let's actually see. Yeah, well, we all know how strong the Shiro Hoshi variation of the side team can be. So yeah, Shiro Hoshi variations are very RNG focused. Like, if the enemy Shiro Hoshi gets a full heal on all of their units, well, it can get really really scary. But well, if you just manage to nuke Shiro Hoshi, you should be doing fine. So here we dealt kind of a lot of damage. We will deal the defense down with Bellamy. And if our Kaido targets Sure Hoshi, now we might actually get to survive that. Unfortunately, the Sure Hoshi will activate. Yeah, she will not get the full heal, but she will buff the defense of side units by level 5. So our Kaido will be dealing way less damage than he would be normally. But well, I mean, at least she didn't get the full heal. So units like Roger and Law are actually quite low on HP, and we still have the special of Queen, and yeah, the special of Tesoro will actually buff the defense of some of our units, hopefully. And now it is when it's important to actually manage to kill the Shiro Hoshi, because if we don't, that might actually be a huge problem for us. So hopefully we can actually finish Sure Hoshi before she activates. Let's see if we manage to do that. Okay, she didn't activate here, that was the scary part. But let's see now if I can actually activate the Kaido and get over with this. Sometimes it's way less RNG based, this, like most of the times it's just either no, like you don't lose any unit and destroy them, or they can actually destroy you. So I do think that the Sure Hoshi will get to activate, but well, now a lot of their units are dead, so it's not as annoying, like, because a lot of the side units are actually out and they have the bench nukes. So we will manage to kill these two bench nukes, which is very important for us, because if they had activated, we might have been in a lot of trouble. Let's see what unit does he target. He will basically kill one unit. Okay, he kills Somas, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time we get some defense, and they have no damage now. We will just kill them with normal attacks. Well, no damage apart from normal attacks and Kalgara Nolan, but now that Kalgara Nolan is out, hopefully we should be okay in beating this Shiro Hoshi with a special of PvP Whitebeard. Okay. Okay, we timed them out. It can happen with Shiro Hoshi, but I mean, you guys saw. Okay, that was very unfortunate match. Let's see if I can find some other one, because I'm actually really triggered with that with those last seconds. Like, well, we were about to win, but it still was a way more closer match than I would have liked. So let's see, here we have a Germa 66 side team, and let's see how we go up against them. So this time we won't have to be worrying that much about the Sure Hoshi, but that's why I really like Sure Hoshi. Look what she did. Like she managed to get a win against fully max quick team with versus Akainu and Kaido. So this is the power of Sure Hoshi. This just goes to show, as I was saying in my previous video, I do think that that is one of the strongest side teams, the Sure Hoshi one. Also in defense, because like you, there's it's gonna happen when like to someone that's attacking you, some of the people that's attacking you is gonna get that like the full heal at the right moment, and then they will just lose. So I really like using Shirahoshi in the defense. So yeah, so now we will get the defense down here, and now the defense, also the damage from Kaido whenever he attacks. So let's see if we can actually see him in the chain. Okay, here he is. Let's see how it's going. How is it looking in terms of specials? So okay, well, it doesn't really matter if the Tesoro died. The main units are Akainu and Kaido, which is the reason basically why they are on the most protected spots. Here he will deal some damage, but unfortunately they did have a lot of defense, so they tanked that pretty well. Their Germa should be dying here. Yeah, so now they lost on a little bit of defense, and okay, we will get the special of Somas. It's unfortunate that we didn't get to activate that NL, because it would have buffed by a lot the defense of our units, so that could have really helped us. But let's see, so the Somas will activate now. This will not be killing any of our units, and okay, actually it's very bad luck that my Somas completely missed. But let's see if my preview Whitebeard misses. Okay, he actually misses too. I don't know how the enemy NL is still alive, to be honest. And this is kind of insane, but well. Let's see what unit does the Calgaran Nolan target, and after that we will get a special of Kaido, so we should be okay. So yeah, and we activate under the first 30 seconds, so that's really good. But I mean, I don't understand why all my units are kind of missing by that much. Like my Somas miss, my PP Whitebeard miss, my Kaido miss. Let's see if my Akainu also misses, because this is kind of ridiculous. Okay, no, finally. Okay. We had the bad RNG with the targeting of specials there, but we were okay. It wouldn't have been as close as it was if my Somas, my PP Whitebeard had targeted more than just one unit. But yeah, so you guys saw here a Germa 66 was beaten by the new quick meta. And let's just actually see what are the teams can I find. If I find another Sure Hoshi variation, I will go up against them, because I am not really happy with the results that we got. I could go up also against some kind of rainbow team, but I do want to showcase some other most common and I think, in my opinion, most powerful teams, like side teams, or maybe, oh, that was a text team. That would have been interesting. I accidentally skipped it, but well. Oh no, I skipped the Sure Hoshi. Okay. So let's see if I can find the Sure Hoshi variation. I think I want to go up against one like this. Okay, we'll go up against a hybrid variation to see how it performs. And then maybe if I can find a Sure Hoshi one, I will go up against that too. So the hybrid variations are actually quite scary, because a lot of the times they have a B3 law, and when I was first testing it, instead of the Zoro I was using B3 Kuzan. So I didn't think about B3 law, so B3 law was debuffing my Kaido and Akainu, and I was getting bad results with that match. But once I changed the Zoro, well, once I put the Zoro instead of B3 Kuzan, it was working way better, because that way I was kind of countering the debuff of special city of the enemy B3 law. But yeah, so here we had some defense down. We will get some extra defense down with Kaido, and after that, right after, we will get the defense, well, the damage from Akainu. So Akainu will benefit from the defense down of Kaido, which is actually really really good. And yeah, so this was a very good result. I think it is almost over at this point. I mean, we can still lose. I wouldn't really want to say it's over, but well, we managed to kill their Kaido, and before he activated, his PvP Whitebeard didn't activate. Now we will get the special of Queen killing the enemy NL, so, and Roger. So yeah, now they are on the late game with the bench units, and we still have our main team, so I think we should be okay here. Okay, the Somas doesn't die, so maybe he will get to activate, and that can be annoying, but no, he will die with a normal attack, as it should have happened before. Unfortunately, our versus Akainu is special binded, which is something that can happen when going up against PvP Whitebeard, and that's something that you might do keep an eye out for, like the fact that the PvP Whitebeard can actually special bind versus Akainu for 24 seconds, which is a lot, and the same goes for Queen. But this was a very good result against a hybrid team, and let's see if I can find another Sure Hoshi variation now, and see if I can, this time I can get the win against them, because I have certainly gotten wins against them. It's just that that one was more RNG based, because it's Sure Hoshi and it's what she does, making the match RNG. And then, well, we were about to win, but the time ran out, which can a lot of times happen with Sure Hoshi variations. So I will be showing you one last match against Sure Hoshi, because the match that I did when I timed them out was actually kind of unfortunate. So I wanted to show you some good results, but it's true that against Sure Hoshi it's very RNG, because Sure Hoshi is the main thing that she does. So yeah, I mean, you can get a full straight up win, like without losing any unit, or you can just time them out. It's just so RNG. Like the match can end in the first 40 seconds, and it can just not end, and you have to time them out. So a little bit unfortunate, but yeah. So also another thing that's unfortunate is that the Bellamy didn't activate before my Akainu, so my Akainu will not get the defense down. But let's see how we'll actually perform. We will get a special of Queen, but then again, we don't get to use the defense down from Bellamy. So let's see if Bellamy gets to activate, if he doesn't get targeted here. Okay, he's okay, so hopefully he shouldn't be dying here. Okay, so now we will use the defense of Bellamy with the Kaido to hopefully get rid of Sure Hoshi, and that's gonna be it. Yeah, so basically we managed to get rid of Sure Hoshi, so now things are looking much better. We will get a fully max PvP Whitebeard from the bench, which will actually really help us. Somehow the enemy NL is still alive, but well, it doesn't really matter that much. It won't kill any units if he activates, and he actually does. So yeah, let's see. The PP Whitebeard is not max, mine is. Oh, okay, we will get now the versus Akainu special, so we should be okay. Yeah, and now this will be ending it. Yeah, so this is it. So as you guys saw, it can be like you win in the first half of the match, like, well, like the first 50 seconds, around 50 seconds of the match, like we did right now, or you can just time them out and lose, or you can just lose because they beat your units. So it's kind of a RNG, the Sure Hoshi variation. But yeah, now I will be showing you some screenshots of results of matches to show you more, but I do not have a lot, because as I already mentioned, I'm recording this video right after the unit actually released, so I haven't been able to do a lot of matches, but yeah. So well, I actually realized I only have 2 screenshots apart from the videos that I showed. So yeah, this is a rare crit Legend Shirashi variation being beaten by the quick team, and this is a hybrid team also being beaten by the quick team. But these are actually the only two screenshots that I have right now. Probably I have more when you see this video, but I had to record it previously, so I don't. So sorry for that. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this quick team. I do think it's one of the strongest teams, and let me know if you have tried it against other variations. I haven't had the time to test it against a lot of teams, but for what I have seen and for what I had seen in JP, it is one of the strongest teams, and it's gonna be the meta. So I really like that I managed to get the versus Akainu so early. That way I can showcase and teams and explain and do content with side teams, quick teams, and well, I also have the Dex team. So I'm really happy that I get to show all of that to you guys. So definitely let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of this video. But yeah, so as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.